Every Sunday night, it hits you. That quiet dread sitting in your chest before the week even starts. The alarm you already hate. The commute. The meetings that could have been emails. The slow, creeping feeling that you are spending the best hours of your best years building someone else's dream. You've thought about leaving. You've Googled it. Maybe you've watched videos just like this one. But here's why you haven't done it yet. Because every plan you've seen either sounds reckless, quit tomorrow, follow your passion, or so vague it's useless. Today, that changes. This is the realistic, step-by-step plan for escaping the 9 to 5. No fantasy. No overnight success stories. Just what actually works. Let's start with the honest truth that most people in this space won't say out loud. 62% of Americans want to quit their corporate jobs. 62. That is the majority of working adults in this country walking into an office every morning carrying a version of the same feeling you have right now. But wanting to leave and having a plan to leave are two completely different things. And the people who actually get out, who actually build a life on their own terms, they share one thing in common. They didn't leap. They built a bridge first. Then they walked across it. That bridge is what we're building today. Phase by phase. Step by step. Phase 1, and most people skip this entirely. Know your number. Before you can escape anything, you need to know exactly what you're escaping to. And that starts with one simple question. What does it actually cost you to live your life every month? Not what you think it costs. What it actually costs. Rent, utilities, groceries, subscriptions, debt payments, transportation, all of it. Write it down. Add it up. That total is your baseline number, and your new income needs to reliably cover it before you even think about handing in your notice. Here's where most people get surprised. That number is often lower than they expected. When you actually look at your spending, you find things you'd forgotten about, subscriptions you haven't used in months, habits that quietly drain money without adding anything to your life. Cutting the things that don't meaningfully improve your life buys you time. And time is the one resource you actually need to build your way out. Know the number. Write it down. That's your target. Phase 2. Build the skill, then the income. Here's the uncomfortable middle part nobody wants to talk about. For a while, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, things have to get harder before they get easier. You keep the job. You pay the bills. And in the hours before work, after work, and on weekends, you build something. The question is, build what? This is where most people get stuck in an endless research loop instead of actually starting. So here's a simple filter. Look at 3 things. What skills have you already built through your job, your hobbies, or your life experience? What do your friends, your coworkers, your family come to you for help with automatically? And is there a market, real people willing to pay, for that thing? You don't need to invent something new. Freelance writing, UGC content creation, bookkeeping, social media management, consulting. These are real income streams that real people are using right now to replace real salaries. The fastest path is almost always monetizing something you already know, not spending months learning something from scratch. Pick one thing. Start offering it. Get your first client, even if it's small, even if it pays almost nothing. That first client is proof of concept. It tells your brain that this is real, and that changes everything about how you show up to build it. Phase 3. Protect the money and grow your runway. While you're building side income, you're also building your financial safety net. And this part is non-negotiable if you want to leave without panic. The goal is a minimum of 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved before you ever consider quitting. This isn't just financial advice, it's psychological protection. When you have a buffer, you make calm decisions. You take smart risks. You negotiate from a place of confidence instead of desperation. When you don't have a buffer, you make fear-based decisions, and fear-based decisions kill businesses before they ever have a chance. So while you build income, you also automate savings. Even $50 or $100 a week going into a separate, dedicated account. It's not about the amount. It's about the habit, and about making it feel real and growing and within reach. Here's the milestone that matters. Your side income consistently covers at least 50% of your monthly expenses. When you hit that, you're not dreaming anymore. You're planning. That's when the conversation about a real exit timeline becomes possible. Phase 4. Reduce dependence before you eliminate it. Most people think of escaping the 9 to 5 as a single moment, the dramatic resignation, the last day, the Instagram post. But the people who actually stay free do it differently. They reduce their dependence on the job gradually, so that by the time they leave, they've already been living the new life in parallel. This might look like negotiating remote work or reduced hours at your current job, which frees up more time to build. It might look like taking a contract role or a part-time position as a bridge step, more flexibility, still some income, lower risk. It might look like leaving one industry entirely and going freelance in the same field, which keeps your income but gives back your time. The goal here is simple. Every week, your new income should be doing a little more of the work. Every week, the job should matter a little less. You don't quit until you genuinely don't need it anymore, not when you're frustrated, not when you have a bad day, not when someone on YouTube makes it look easy. You only quit when the math says you can. Phase 5. The exit itself. When your side income has consistently, not just once, not just in a good month, but consistently covered 70 to 100% of your expenses for several months in a row, you are ready. Not before. Give your notice professionally. Leave well. Burn no bridges. The world is smaller than it looks, and the reputation you carry out of that job follows you into everything you build next. And then, you keep building. Because this is where most people make the mistake of relaxing. They escape the 9 to 5 and stop doing the things that got them out. Freedom isn't a destination you arrive at and sit down in. It's something you keep building, every day, with the discipline you developed while you still had the job. Here's what I want you to walk away with today. Escaping the 9 to 5 is not a fantasy reserved for people who got lucky. It's a project, a calculated, phased, disciplined project that starts with knowing your number, builds through real skills and real income, and crosses the finish line when the math actually supports it, not when the emotion peaks. Know your number, build the skill, grow the runway, reduce dependence, then exit, on your terms, not out of impulse. That's the plan, not a dream, a plan. If you're serious about this, subscribe, because next week, I'm breaking down the exact first steps to take when you want to build side income but have no idea where to start. We go specific, we go practical, and we start from zero. You are not stuck, you are just in phase 1.